Welcome to Think Small. Our goal here is simple. We want to give you one tiny but mighty idea to help you lead the week. And this week, we're going to be talking about behavior change and, more importantly, the formula for behavior change. And it's known as COM-B. And before I get started, the behavioral scientists out there that are watching this, you're going to tear me apart for simplifying this, but our goal here is to make this usable by people who don't have an academic background. So I'm not too worried about you. But let's jump in. Whenever you have a change that you need to implement and there's an outcome or a behavior that you're really looking to drive, there are three prerequisites that have to be in place in order for that behavior to take place. So first up, people have to have the capability. This is the skills and talent within the team. People need to be able to know and be confident in doing the new thing, the new behavior that you're asking them to do. Second up is opportunity. There has to be the physical and social opportunity, and we'll get into this in a moment, for people to feel comfortable and able to actually go and do this new thing. And finally, there has to be the motivation. People have to understand where they're headed and get those signals that they're on the right track. And when we have those three things, we get the behavior that we're looking for. But the opportunity for you this week is thinking about any of those projects, any of those major initiatives where you're not getting the outcome you want and people aren't kind of embodying and living the behaviors that you know you need them to embody to be successful. I'm hoping that this is going to give you a really smart way to try and troubleshoot with your team, maybe what's missing. So we're going to dive in now and look at each one of these elements in detail. So first up, we're talking about capability. And there's really two questions that you can ask in your team here. One, do we have the skills and knowledge that we need to be able to do this new behavior and take this new action? And secondly, do we have the right talent? Have we got the people that we need within the group to be able to move forward? Next up is opportunity. Two parts to this. Do we have the resources? That could be time, it could be budget, it could be materials, reference for our teams to know how to act and have the opportunity to act. And secondly, do we have the social support? Do we have support from their peers and their leadership to engage in this new behavior? If it's not there, then they're going to be hitting roadblocks with that. And finally, motivation. Do we have clarity on the strategy? Where are we headed? Why are we going there? And what's in it for me as a member of your team? And then finally, do we have the right feedback mechanisms in place that make this new behavior feel normal, help people know whether they're on track, and ultimately something that feels good to actually take part in? And so this is your opportunity this week. Where you've got a challenge that you're trying to address and you're not getting the behaviors you want, there are really these three questions that you can ask with your team. Is this a capability issue? Are we missing skills? Are we missing the right people on the bus? Second, is it an opportunity issue? Do we have the resources that we need? And is there the social support from our peers and leadership to really take action? And finally, do we have the motivation? Are we clear on the strategy? And are you getting the feedback you need that you're taking the right direction? I hope this has been useful. If it has, I would ask you one small favor. Please share this with just one other person that you think might benefit from this. I hope you have a fantastic week, and we'll see you next week.